the day routine, which is probably kind of a hint to warm up your body, get ready for the day, but it's gonna be a quick one today because it's what it. Do you ever have those days where you're like super organized, where it's like everything seems to go wrong or not how you want to be lost or missing? So I'm gonna just grab something to hold on to today because we're gonna start with a very quick foot warm up and just to have something to hang on to so you don't feel wobbly. We're gonna take our feet, shift it onto one leg, so this leg is straight, and we're gonna wiggle that ankle. And I want you to try and concentrate and do just the ankle. Just think ankle, ankle, ankle. So wiggling back and forth. And again, I'm sorry, he's not here today, so I can't really see from this distance because another thing that keeps kind of crashing is the connection for this screen. Um, but yeah, if you're one of those organized people, that's great. I'm not, because well, maybe I'm just that way. I feel like all right, we're gonna shift onto the other foot. I'm gonna switch around, but I have a magic chair here. And it's right here. And start wiggling this ankle. When I was working in a theater and I pretty much only had that to worry about. I had to keep my first line very simple, and I even lived in it like I probably lived not even. It was one like 3 minutes from the theater, so I just kind of roll out of my place into the theater, and I just had my thing to do. So um, life was simpler and therefore easy to organize. Shifting your leg back, and we're gonna just slide the foot out a little bit into the heel and slide it back, and go back and forth like but now it's life seems to have a lot of moving parts, and I feel like maybe I said this, and then it gets to the end of the day, I'm exhausted that I need a checklist, get things ready because I packed up a lot of things yesterday to take with me. So then I was scrambling for cables, just seem to disappear. I don't have this to them, but they're like they're a bit like kind of matching socks. You put them on the wash in the dryer, and you only find one afterwards. You're shifting it together, like you're kind of turning around, not just shifting because I imagine the chair here. And we're going to slide that in and out. I'm starting to on ground. My head comes up and goes back down again. But so I was scrambling here, scrambling there. Where's the cable? Where's the kind of cable? So yeah, I hope you all are having a more organized morning, not as chaotic as this one. Did you do anything for Cinco de Mayo? I thought it would be kind of bustling here, but maybe because it's a Tuesday, I don't know. Taking weight and shifting to the middle, and I should pull everything tight, pretend you're bored, and then we're gonna lean that board forward, your weight towards the balls of our feet, and then pushing to the ground with balls of our feet on toes to bring us back. We're gonna back and forth. Oh, I see hurts. Thank you. Good morning. Hope you're having a non-chaotic day. Isn't it still early? No. And coming back. So I have let's say physical therapist, kind of a friend as well. She's awesome. I want to take you guys to visit her maybe sometime soon because I've had a fair bit of physical therapy in my life. Nothing bad. We were gonna loosen and straighten her knees, and it's just loosening and straightening. But I was maybe like maybe it was a while ago things have improved, or maybe I think she's just a genius. If you happen to live in Tampa, you can please go see her at Potential Therapeutics. She's I don't know, it's like she manages to on the spot analyze what's wrong and things that I thought were going to be kind of reasonably serious injury, she manages to like dig in there and get to whatever it is. And I thought, wow, it's incredible. Um, but aside from being a genius at that, she does so many different things. She advises at the performing arts place in Tampa. So, all right, clarify. So, what we're doing is we're just gonna take our waist and I want you to try and stretch this middle bit up and hold it tight. And from there, we're just gonna go from side to side just a little bit because I want you to keep this tight, tight, tight in the middle and keep it tight. Don't let it let switch back and forth. Keep that tight. And she is on like advisory board. She's like a million different things. And conferences. She has a child, and she's very involved in his life. And I mean, as it should be, but all the stuff she's doing on top of that is just incredible. Can we back up again? We get a little twist in here. So again, we're gonna pull the stuff tight, and I want you to feel like you're right in the middle. Just gonna go the side and back, and then and yeah, and back, and here, and back. And then she has me and to the other side and back. I'm pulling that up to in here and back. And she's like, "Oh, have you seen this show on TV? Have you been here yet?" And I think, wow, how are you doing this? Maybe there's more hours in the day for some people. Like, plus, she always looks good. She comes in like looking fresh and nice. She's always got a smile. She's happy. She's talking. Like, gosh, wow. That's something to aspire to. I'm beginning to lose hope, but you never know. All right, there lies. Tighten your legs, and then you're going to push into the ground like you're trying to. Normally we do this going up, but today you're going to push down into the ground and stay there. And then you're going to let it relax. We're going to take our square shoulders, just move it. Yes, I do want to do core listening today. So this is just very quick. Do some core, do some bachata. And we're just doing one this morning because I gotta keep running because I'm nowhere near as organized as my friend Cherise. I was thinking that the other day. I want to bring you guys in there to show you. It's a beautiful, beautiful. Just your shoulders moving back and forth. Everything else is straight, and just the way they have patients from all walks of life. So there's specialized in dance therapy, in runners, and Parkinson's. Which is quite a combination. So they've got all kinds of different patients, different ages. Coming back up, I'm just yes, it's happening right stuff. Neck. And she's also very, very careful about who she hires. They're all good in there, but she is like beyond sweet. So I send people to her whenever I can. So there was once I'm gonna shake her head. No, get this right top of your neck. You back to you. Um, she was a CrossFit trainer. And oh my gosh, I bet she could lift up. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something very heavy. All I can think of is rhinoceros. I bet she could probably lift up a rhinoceros and all in there. So strong. But she had pretty bad back injury. Kind of here and the shoulders down. And she had a competition coming. She's like, oh, forget it. This back pain is the worst. You really can't move. Um, and I said, please go see her. You can have like, well, then go just kidding. And she fixed her up. She did the competition. And then like, be that talented, you know. I mean, it can't just be training, it has to be really like your vocation and have that ability to analyze and so forth. So I was very impressed, even though I was like go on 50 and 60 to be able to the competition, I promise. So fireflies, what we do our usual 16. If you need a hair start, smile. Oh, thank you very much. So we're gonna do our course. So we're gonna be just over like without a credit. And then we're gonna straighten up like in your middle. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do a couple different things. And mostly focusing on that because we need to get to a bachata because I don't want to skip that. So let's see bachata. So we love to hear all thank you. Thank you. All right, so now remember we are gonna here and then letting it in one. You can keep your hands out and you can keep them up and two and letting three. But you can also this helps me to just kind of demonstrate that in four. So I'm just going here in five and six, a little bit funny today because I didn't prepare that and seven and eight, everything yesterday, and nine, and 10, 11, 12, keep going, 13, 14, 15, last one, and and I said, back to the sky, went back to stretch out where it was. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, butterflies. It's Wednesday. I for some reason like to do four on Wednesday. I figure it's a good day. It's the middle of the week. You're not too tired from at the end of the week and the beginning of the week, waking up and doing record right away. That's rough. So I wanted to get that same feeling, like you're lengthening here. It's like in between your hips and your rib cage. This part is getting long, like 10 feet. So we should stretch it up. And then we're gonna get into that little bend to the side. But I want you to concentrate just moving your body just from that place. So you're not helping yourself with your shoulders, anything else, just lengthening. Lengthening in, bring it over. Small movement, doesn't have to be big. Lengthening the other side, and back. Lengthening in, bringing it over, coming back. Lengthening in, bringing it over, coming back, and lengthening it, bringing it over, coming back. So you're just making it a little twist in there. And shaking in your legs. So do you remember a while ago this dance technique we did kind of a swing like a bell? So we're gonna lower down a little bit and we're gonna take our whole we call it our whole trunk. So from our shoulders and below, and so we're not swinging our hips. We might look like we're swinging our hips. We're not. We're swinging this whole bottom part. So we swing it from side to side. So you're going down. It's a little bit like a V. So you're sitting in the middle and standing up here, middle and up. So we're just swinging back and forth, down, up, down, up. You're bending the knees in the middle, and you're straightening one a little bit more so you come to the side. You don't have to straighten all the way. I want you to feel like a bell. So you look, you're swinging back and forth, down, middle, down, up, and down, up, and down, up. And this is all going like one piece. So, in Latin dance, it may look like we're doing like hip movements, but it's not really that. It's really just this whole bottom piece that is moving, and this whole kind of trunk to pelvis, I would say, plus your knees, of course, and that's what gives you the and pushing the ground to come up. So you're really you're moving your whole body. You're not you're not sticking your hips out. You're not bending anything. You're using that whole bottom part. So that's just an exercise because we are going to get to that. And you can give out straight turns next week, maybe instead of turns. because we haven't been preparing for that. We just haven't done the actual turn yet. So, oh, okay. So we are going to let's start here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna push into the ground to come up. So we'll push the ground away from us. And I want you to feel that lengthening in here as we come up and keep that lengthening. And it's like you're reaching for something that's up in the sky that's over there. So you want to keep your shoulders and hips facing forward and keep that lengthening. And coming back, you want to feel like you're getting even longer. So it's like somebody grabbed your hand out here and is pulling you up. But you want to try and focus all the pull right here. Then your knees. And again. And now pushing with the ground to come up. And you're lengthening right in here as I was coming out. And lengthening more, going to the side, shoulder slips forward, and then measuring person grabbing your hand and stretching way out to come back. And pushing away to come up, lengthening right in the middle here. Arm is coming up and getting longer right here. And your front is grabbing your hand, out, and then pulling away from you to come back. And then going down, pushing into the ground to come up. Now you're lengthening here, your arm is coming up, and you're stretching way over. This lengthening all the time. And then first grabbing your hand and stretching it to come up. Let's do more set. And pushing around. Have this get there. So lengthen this part. It's coming up. And you're lengthening even more to go over. Don't let the shoulder drop forward. Keep to the side. Keep everything facing forward. So it's grabbing your hand and lengthen it. And down. You can relax a little bit here because then we're going to push into the ground and come back up. This is going to lengthen. This is going to come up. Lengthening even more over there. And then when you just need that little bit of help, so grabbing your hand and pulling it way up, and this lengthens in the middle and comes down. No way to shake this out, but what I like to do is pretend I'm looking at the sky. I'm just gonna stretch this out and relax. Let's stretch out our calves. Thank you. That is one thing I do not like to neglect. So everybody has their own distance here. But what you want is to have both feet facing forward. You want your knees to go right over your toes. And you want to keep this back leg straight. And so you're leaning into it and keeping it straight to be able to feel a nice stretch back calf. So if you're just starting your journey, you want to keep it close and feel that stretch, maybe up here. Because we're all unique and different. I've been doing this a long time, and that's why I have it back here. It's not, let's say, like, there are people who are naturally flexible. I'm not one of those people. I forget it. So, we're getting close. And we'll go straight down. But this time you've done it. That cute. Oh, that's nice. We had that this morning. And here I want you to feel it in your lower calf. And then push and we're going to come up. And we're going to switch out those legs. So, yeah, so we'll have some story for another time. That flexibility was always a problem for me, at least beginning when I was a student and when I was a younger dancer. So, and I didn't really have anybody who guided me because other people maybe have a little bit more information or parents or people they knew knew what you had to do for it. I was kind of on a learning journey for even and go down the middle here, so there's another one. So it did take me some time to kind of figure out what I needed to do, and it's always a learning journey now. Like kind of one of the newer ideas for me is that let's do some nice circles rather than, do an hour once a week, 5 minutes once a day, and maybe five in the morning, five in the evening, going the other way, will just do amazing things. Even that 5 minutes, it's like so effective. So stretching the calves maybe, doing a side bend, keeping arms forward, just little things like that. If you can devote shifting that, and let's cross our hands and bring that up and down a little bit. If you can manage to find those 5 minutes, it's so much more realistic than finding an hour somewhere, or even half an hour, because we don't always even have that time or the energy, but it's usually we can find. I'm kind of a believer in the slow, steady climb towards. All right, so do not want to neglect our bachata. So we're going to dance today, but um, what I want you to think about while doing that, let's just do our basic and our step test. So let's see if it reminds you the steps. If you're new here, you go to the end of our lives and you'll find a breakdown of what we've done so far. So I'm gonna step our left foot together and left tap right and together and right tap left. So this is for basic. It's like can I move? You're always going to come back to this step. And if you decide to be a social dancer and you're leading someone and you don't know what you're going to do next, you have to think on your feet a little bit, or maybe have a plan routine, but you're kind of going over to your head. You're so basic. You've got your follower here, and they'll do it with you. That's fine. Just what are you thinking? And then we'll do our snip tap. But we're going to do these together today. I want you to think about, we've talked an awful lot on this show about shifting your weight, when to do it, how to do it. And that's what I want you to think about today. So we talked about when we walk, we usually walk heel to toe. So our heel steps and then our body moves into it as we're walking along. But in this is like social dance. It's not ballroom. This is a different style. It's it evolved out of out of the street style. So we want to move our entire body weight with our legs. So we want to step on it and bring everything right over. So it's kind of like ice skaters, but they're pushing off and they're leaning forward a little bit. We're just pretty much staying straight and we're stepping right onto it. We've done exercises like we're falling over and catching ourselves by foot. We've also done zombie walks because instead of an opposition, we're kind of bringing one side and then the other. But I just want you to try and as we're doing our basic and our step tap, take very small steps today. We're going to take tiny steps. We're going to take our whole body with us. So we're going to step here and together. And first, you're going to have to shoot your weight over on the other leg to take another step. I want you to really concentrate on bringing this whole body boom, right up here. Then tap. And then you're going to bring your whole body together. And just going to shift your weight enough so you can bring your whole body over. And together. And whole body. And together. And whole body. And together. Shifting your weight. Together. Shifting your weight. Together. All right, let's just put on some music and nothing else. Basic step taps. So the step tap would just be step tap, step tap, step tap. But I want you to think about whole body tap, whole body tap, whole body tap. Okay, and then I can fix you, so I can look at you. Well, I did that too. So we have day denying the parasites. Oh, then I don't know this version. It's nice. You can smell. really slow. So to get ready to your legs. And I use use that like stiffness. I bring squashing something. Squash. 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 These are little bits better. Free stuff. Like we get these beginnings of our religions. So I'm not taking my shoulders, but I'm still trying to step that. Step on something. Make me. That's gonna be our body movement. So right now we're slow. All right, let's do our step taps. Body tap. Body tap. Body tap. Body tap. Body. Nobody's moving. Then we'll do our squat. Yeah. Yeah. Whole body weight, then right over. So if I wanted to shut up, I could lift up this leg. Okay. I was because everybody's like, yes, that was the first time. Why is basic stuff? Okay. Now stop thinking about all that and just to figure distance. Together, because you get your weight right for your legs, that's great. And step taps. Shifting weights from leg to leg. Now it's easy. Sorry, bounce. Basketball. Thank you so much for being here, Fireflies. Thank you for traveling this road together and being there for each other in this journey. I'm always so happy to see you in the morning, even when even when things are crazy. So, for adults 45 vaccination ad. That's the ad. So, we're posting new things. We're posting new dance, and we're trying to do some more chit chatting maybe, but some more dance with them. A little bit of learning, a little bit of fun. So be sure and join us. Please like and subscribe if you have not already. That is so helpful to us. Thank you for the love. Thank you for everything, my fireflies. Wishing you a wonderful day. Bye.